Alright, so no question 4. So question 4 kuthiwa lana. Bats hunt for food by sending out high frequency sound waves. The time taken for the emitted wave to return to the bat enables the bats to determine the distance of food from it. As I'm ngichaza ngesiZulu ke manje si understand le nto. So kuthiwa ichutha madlebe ama bats wona la ayazingela for any ukudla. Angithi? But awakwazi ukubona kahle. So what do they use? They use something esibiza nge-echolocation, whereby they send out high frequency sound waves, which means I keep imsindo whereby izohamba nama waves lo msindo leyo ine frequency enkulu. Mayine frequency enkulu iqonda ukuthini? Iqonda ukuthi there are waves or pulses amaningi azodlula ipoint elithize ngesecond elilodwa. Uyayizwa into leyo. So isikhathi, the time taken for yona le sound wave ekhishiwe ukuthi ihambe bounce off yona lokudla kwayo le bat le izize ibuye isinikani itshela yona ibat ukuthi ho kushuthi lo distance engaka nami. Lento ifana nani? Ifana nje ukuthi mawuza umuntu ekhuluma eminyango uyakwazi ukuzwa ngesound oyizwayo ukuthi hayi lo showcase useduze, but masuyizwa kakhulu isound shuthi uyasondela. The same concept again, but it gives them a clear indication to determine the distance of food from it. Yabo? Leyo nto leyo siyibiza ngani? Nge echolocation. They use the echo to locate food. 4.1. Write down one word for the phrase. So bhala igama elilodwa eliqonde le phrase ethi the reflected sound. Sound may reflected, so all the sounds that are reflected are called what? Answer elula kakhulu. Usuyitholile, I'm sure. Usuyayazi. It is called an echo. 1 mark. Spelling. Usuyitholile 1 mark wakho ni 1 order sekuphelile. But say write down one word. Write down. Not calculate, not determine, not prove. Write down. Yabo? And we wrote down one word that means reflected sound. Echo. Let's go on to question 4.2. Alright, so question 4.2. Kuthiwa la, a sound wave is emitted from a bat, strikes a stationary object and returns to the bat after 0.01 seconds. Calculate how far the object is from the bat. Okay. In this scenario, we have T. As per any given information here. Alright, so what are we given? Number 1, time. Starting. So 0.01 seconds. Okay. Oh, this is a sound wave emitted by a bat, which means it travels in air, and the speed of sound in air is 345 meters per second. Yeah. Number 2. No. Calculate how far the object is from the bat. Lapha uzosebenzisa in your triangle. Okay, and then you have V is equal to distance all over the time. Yeah. So what's la? We have division and now we have multiplication. What are we looking for? How far it distance there. So distance, distance is equal to distance, we are left with velocity multiplied by the time. So the new formula is what is velocity multiplied by the time. Not velocity, speed, speed. So I start to get my answers, so I substitute. So distance is equal to the speed, which is 345, multiplied by iskhathi, which is 0.01. But bugak, lesikhathi lesi isikhathi sokuthi isignal ihambe bounce off ukudla kwayo ibuye, which means the time of going and the time of coming is the same. So we have to divide lesikhathi ngo-2. So divided by 2. And then our distance is equal. So uthatha manje i-calculator yakho. Okay, you remove the scientific. Okay, so 345 multiplied by 0.01 divided by 2. We get 1.7 meters. So it is 1.7 meters from the bed. 4 marks wakho usutholile. Njengoba unjalo. 4 marks wakho usutholile. The only thing with that you had to divide by 2. Kwisikhathi sakho. Why? The time of going and the time of coming. Yabo, just identify njenge-sonar. Khumbula sound navigation and ranging, whereby in Kumbi they send out signals to the bottom of the ocean and they record the time it takes for the signal emitted to come back, and they calculate the distance. Yabo? So it's the same concept here, and it's just that the sound wave is emitted by the bats to a stationary object. So that sound source is opuma and bounce off that stationary object and return back to the bed 0.01 seconds, which is why we divide by 2. Sengumbuzo landela. Alright, so for 1 mark. Give a reason why the sound wave produced by the birds can be called ultrasound. Ultrasound, it is the sound that is not audible to the human ear. I see what it is. Only dogs and dolphins and bats are saying ultrasound. So give a reason why the sound wave produced by the birds. Why? High frequency in a because they are over a certain amount of a frequency. First things first. The bats emits high frequency waves. Now, sending out high frequency sound waves. Okay, it's part of your answer. Number 2. They produce frequencies from after they produce frequencies ranging from 20 kilohertz to 100 kilohertz. So wonke ama frequencies between 20 kilohertz and 100 kilohertz are in ultrasound. We as humans cannot hear them. We cannot. So for 1 mark it's either osholo or look. Because we are shooting, it is an ultrasound because the bats emit high frequency waves, and they produce some frequencies ranging from 20 kilohertz to 100 kilohertz, or not audible to the human ear. Asikwazi ukizwa thina ngamadlebe ethu. But kukwena ukuthi uthanda yipho, you can write all because you never know imagi ndiqhamukaphi. But it's just for 1 mark. So this is just question 4.3. I see manje question 4.4. Alright, so question 4.4 manje. How does the speed of sound waves in air compared to the speed of sound waves in water? 1 mark. So, air. Before sesiqala. think of the arrangement of our particles on a gas and last, let's see, a liquid. We don't care about it's solid. Why? They said air, but say air, and then they said water. So air falls under my gases, water falls under our liquids. Alright, fine. Our particles are kanjani? Our particles la uyawazi ami kanjani maningi. And then when you're trying to cover up the spaces, there's little spaces somewhere in them. Mhlawumbe khona carbon dioxide, khona nitrogen. But ngizama ukuvala ikhala, I don't care about the color. The color doesn't matter. So what you should know is sound travels faster in denser mediums. The mediums whereby the particles are closest together, sound travels faster on those mediums. Yes, okay. And then this is a gas. So it needs to have even more space. Remember? Now we'll make sure between a solid and a gas. The space between the particles on a gas, they are a gas ngala, a liquid ngala. So let me just do this. A liquid there, and then there will become a gas. Okay, yeah. So the particles of a liquid compared to a gas, there is less space than la. When I usually know what's in sound travels faster in denser mediums. Yeah, and then so yeah, sure what's in liquids are more dense than gases. And then gases, yeah. I'm a liquid, they are more dense than I'm a gases. So what can we say? Sound travels faster in water than in air. One mark so ukuthi mina ngikubhalela konke okudingayo ukuze understand ukuthi why sithi isound izotravelisha kwamanzi faster than kumoya. It is because amanzi are more dense than umoya. The particle arrangement of a liquid, spaces between the particles, mancane when you compare them to a gas. The gas is more free, which is why mawuse classing wafutha iperfume, leyo perfume yakwazi ukuthi inuke iwona wonke umuntu oseclassini. But mawuthatha ujeke wamanzi uthela nje phansi, leyo manzi ngeke aligcwale iclass. Because the particles are so close together ngala, and they are very far apart ngala, they can travel larger distances. Yaba? So ngala this is the answer. What is sound travels faster in water than in air. Yona answer the air it's in. But the explanation there helps later. This is for you. This is the answer. Yeah. So this is the last question on question 4. Is sound travels faster emanzini nani kunasemoyeni. We even have proof that the speed of sound in air is 345 meters per second, and the speed of sound in water, in seawater, is 1,450 meters per second. So already the gap is so huge. Yeah, as we temperature and whatnot, we're just talking about the different media, different mediums. Understand.